How can we separate a mixture of two immiscible liquids? A mixture of two immiscible liquids is separated by using a separating funnel. Explain the method of separating a mixture of kerosene oil and water. The procedure is: pour the mixture of kerosene oil and water in a separating funnel. Let it stand undisturbed for some time so that separate layers of oil and water are formed. Open the stopcock of the separating funnel and pour out the lower layer of water carefully. Close the stopcock of the separating funnel as the oil reaches the stopcock. Now, the oil remains in the separating funnel. Water is separated out. By using a separating funnel, a mixture of oil and water are separated. A mixture of two immiscible liquids is separated by using a separating funnel. Name the principle used in a separating funnel. It works using which principle? In the separating funnel, the immiscible liquids separate out in layers. Oil and water are separated out in layers depending on their density. Depending on the density, the immiscible liquids are separated. Liquid with less density collects at the top. In our example, kerosene remains in the separating funnel because its density is less. Liquid with less density collects at the top. The liquids are separated out in layers. Water and kerosene oil are separated out in layers. Oil is in the upper part, water is below the oil because the density of oil is less than the density of water. So, oil collects at the top of the water. Uses of a separating funnel. Separating funnel is used to separate a mixture of oil and water. To extract iron from its ore, separating funnel is used. Write any two uses of a separating funnel, or name the method used to separate a mixture of oil and water. Name the method used to extract iron from its ore. To extract iron from its ore, separating funnel is used. To separate a mixture of oil and water, separating funnel is used. How can we separate a mixture of two miscible liquids? Liquids that combine in any ratio to form a homogeneous solution are called miscible liquids. Liquids that combine in any ratio to form a homogeneous solution are called miscible liquids. Examples for miscible liquids are orange juice and soda water, water and organic compounds such as alcohol. These are examples for miscible liquids. Liquids that combine in any ratio to form a homogeneous solution are called miscible liquids. They are separated. Miscible liquids are separated by a process called distillation. Name the method of separating two miscible liquids. Two miscible liquids are separated by a process called distillation. One question: how do you separate a mixture of acetone and water? How do you separate a mixture of acetone and water? The mixture of acetone and water are separated by a process called distillation. How do you separate a mixture of acetone and water? Explain with a neat diagram. Or name the method of separating a mixture of acetone and water. Explain it. A mixture of acetone and water are separated by distillation. Take the mixture of acetone and water in a distillation flask. Take the mixture of acetone and water in a distillation flask. Fit it with a thermometer. Fit it with a thermometer. Heat the mixture slowly. While heating, keep a close watch at the thermometer. The acetone vaporizes, condenses in the condenser, and can be collected from the condenser outlet. Water is left behind in the distillation flask. This method is called distillation. Here, in the mixture of acetone and water, the boiling point of acetone is less. Acetone is more volatile, so it vaporizes. This method is used when the difference in boiling points of liquids is more. When the difference in boiling point of liquids is more, then this distillation process is used. Students, watch the video which was posted in the last week for better understanding. You have to draw this diagram in your notebook as well as in your science record book and write the explanation or the procedure. To separate a mixture of two or more miscible liquids. Miscible liquids, the liquids which mix each other are called miscible liquids, for which the difference in boiling points is less than 25 Kelvin. Fractional distillation process is used. For example, for the separation of different gases from air such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, etc., this fractional distillation process is used. And to separate different fractions from petroleum products such as petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, etc., this fractional distillation process is used. The apparatus is similar to that for simple distillation, except that a fractionating column is fitted. A fractionating column is fitted in between the distillation flask and the condenser. A fractionating column is fitted. In the distillation, fractionating column was not used, but in the fractional distillation process, there is a fractionating column between the distillation flask and the condenser. A simple fractionating column, it is a tube packed with glass beads. It is packed with glass beads. What is the function of these glass beads? The glass beads provide surface for the vapors to cool. Vapors, when it is heated, vapors go up. It provides a surface for the vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. What is the function of fractionating column? In the fractionating column, there are glass beads. The beads provide a surface for the vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. Students, this diagram is also important. Draw in your notebook as well as in your science record book and write the explanation. Watch the video for better understanding. Thank you.